All right, everybody. Week 2 of the Adrian Show. So excited. Let's get a round of applause. All right. I'm just as excited as you are to be here again in your telephone. I think it's great that you've tuned in. Thank you so much. I feel very inclined for some reason to reach out, answer as many questions as I can about life or, all the stupid stuff that's going on, relationships, spirituality, self-help type stuff, because I feel that a lot of us on this planet aren't really living up to the full potential that we can be because we're too busy maybe living in the past or letting little things get us down. So thanks so much for tuning in. This is going to be posted on Instagram Live. You can also find it reposted on my YouTube page, which is Remember-Adrian, or on my Facebook page, which is Remember-Adrian as well. It's always Remember-Adrian. It's my Adrian world, so I'm going to make it my Adrian show. So as usual, I have a couple of questions that some of you have asked me that I'm going to review here in a bit and do a little something like that. So to start this show off today, I was kind of going back with some people who know me very closely and some of the things that I take for granted because I've done so much work. I've, for some reason had my head split open to where I can actually be more present, understand more of what's going on within my body, emotionally, spiritually, and just have put myself more in the driver's seat of life versus what I would refer to as the passenger seat of life, where things are happening to you and you don't understand why. Why do I feel like this? Why is this happening to me? So I want to share a little bit about that. One of the things that this dog is just like going at her ear right now, and it's funny to me. Anyway, one of the things that I think I learned to do early, and something that I want to share with you, is to unpack your emotional backpack in a way. The things that are holding you back or making you feel down or reactionary are all stuffed inside of this backpack. Now let me rewind. This weekend, or over the weekend, I went through a pretty significant breakup. I had a scooter that I loved that had a box on it that Ferris and I drove around, and it was really cool. But the scooter kept stranding me. I'd be out shopping, the scooter wouldn't want to start. I'd be at a friend's house, need to get home, scooter doesn't want to start. But when the scooter ran, it was awesome. I got a lot of looks. My dog could fit in the back of it. And it was just a fun time, a really fun time. So it really got to a point where I had put a lot of effort into fixing the scooter. I put a lot of money into it. I put a lot of time, had a lot of stress. But along the way, I would kind of tell myself it wasn't a big deal. This is what it meant to be with this scooter. It was all part of the fun, all part of the games. And I just kind of for a year and a half limped along with this scooter until my lovely everything was like, Adrian, the scooter is ruining your life. Seriously. It is causing a lot of stress. It is causing a lot of hullabaloo that you are just not aware of. So you need to get a new scooter. I hemmed, I hawed, I kicked the ground for about 3 days. Went and saw, just started the process. Dipped my toe, did my research. Some friends, my brother, Ryan the barber at Voltaire, Good Vibe Barber, found a scooter for me. I went, I looked at it, and as soon as I looked at it, I was like, man, this is going to be easy. This is going to be nice. The scooter started immediately. I said, let me take the test drive for the scooter. I started driving the scooter around, and it was just nice. As soon as I got on the damn thing, I immediately saw A huge difference between what I had been putting up with and what I should be living with, which was this new damn scooter. As soon as she started it, I was thinking how amazing this was going to be. I ended up buying the scooter, and as soon as I started driving the scooter full time, I was kind of flabbergasted at how hard I had been making my life. How much of this attachment to what I wanted my scooter to be and what I felt this connection with this scooter was. I mean, I was just putting up with stuff that was unnecessary. Which brings me back to this backpack metaphor. I think a lot of us are carrying around a load, driving a crappy scooter, in a situation that they don't need to be because of certain things that are hardwired into us. The things that are hardwired into me is that I need to be tough. I need to put up with things. This is my lot in life. This is, what I deserve because of what I'm doing. All of this is because of stuff that I hold over from when I was raised, when your parents told you needed to be tougher, boy, or, friends kind of goaded you about, is that all you can handle? All of this stuff we keep in this backpack, and here we are lugging it around while, some childhood incident is pushing on one of our ribs. Oh, my dad never played backyard pitch with me enough, or oh, my mom took my blanket away too early and now I feel vulnerable in life. All of this crap, just like that scooter, we're putting up with on a daily, and it is so unnecessary. It's so unnecessary, especially if you know it's there. If you know that you have these little triggers, these little push points in your backpack that are holding you down and you're doing nothing about it. If you know you got your blanket taken from you too young, or you weren't hugged enough, and you start to internalize that as to who you are. Oh, I'm that guy who never got hugged enough, or whatever. Just like that scooter, man, you gotta try something new. You gotta look in your backpack and start taking stuff out. Why am I still holding this, funny idea about the blanket and my vulnerability? Why is that there? How does it serve me? What is it doing to make me be a better person? Or is it just keeping me the person I always don't want to be? The person I keep continually running from? I know I have this proclivity to get super deep, and sorry, that's who I am. That's how I go, man, because I think so many of us are walking around like we got scoliosis, Just got your backpack on, and you're standing like this, like, oh, I'm fine. No. Oh, I don't need to really work with that. I could just deal with it, and that's who I am. Could somebody get the zipper? It's just like, why does my cheek hurt? My friends, we got to get into that backpack. We got to develop a way of finding out how to make change. That's a lot of times what I'm helping people with. And I give you some simple suggestions to do that. Last week, I am always talking about the smiley face on the wrist. I can't tell you enough how a simple reminder can just start to rewire your mind, rewire those thoughts, rewire the connection you have of these feelings, If you journal and you start saying, okay, I'm going to write down 10 things that, I don't like about myself or are bothering me about my past. You write them down. Then you circle the top 3. These are the ones that I fucking can't handle, My mommy took my blanket away and poor me. Okay. That's legit. Whatever it is, it's legit. But now we have to start sitting with these things. Journal about it. Why is this such a big deal? I'm a big, strong man now. I don't have anything to prove. I have 1,000 blankets in my house. Actually, I don't need a blanket anymore. Maybe we go a little farther. We write a note to whatever emotional experience is holding you back in this backpack. Hey, 6-year-old kid who got bullied in school, you're bigger now. You're stronger now. You don't need this. That guy, whatever, that situation, whatever it is. And maybe do some form of a ceremony where you write the issue, how it's going to leave, crumple it up, disrespect the paper, like you disrespect this feeling that you're holding on to. Tear it up in little pieces. You are gone and out of my life. Burn it. Go outside, get a metal trash can with no chemicals. Please don't burn down your fucking house. At your stove, like, I'm going to get rid of this emotional backpack when you're writing me next week that you burnt down your house. Please. Small fires, controlled situations. I don't know who you guys are out there, so I already don't trust you. So, get the paper, get the emotion, put it all on the paper, and then burn it. And watch it burn as it's leaving you. The next step after that is to remind yourself what you did and who you are going to become. So you burned it, now this is gone. When something is missing, we must then fill something back up. The feeling that we now need to replace that with is who you're going to be now, which is a person who doesn't need a blanket, which is a person who wasn't bullied, that made them stronger. You've come to grips, and this is who you are now. You write yourself that letter with a real intention of who you want to be. You put that in an envelope and you seal it. Break if necessary. So now you've thought of the idea. You've captured it. You've done something to it. You've let it go. You wrote yourself a letter and you put break in case of emergency, because as you move forward without this emotional, here in your rib anymore, you have to replace it. And that, hey, this is gone anymore is now filled in with the lesson that you took from it. It's no more pain. There's no more pain there of the blanket. What is there now is the lesson that you are a doper person, a stronger person, someone who has come forward and changed themselves. And this is, I think, the most important part. Laughing it all off. Laughing has such a high vibration. It has such a healing medicine to it. So now we attach laughter to that memory, such as, I fucking can't believe I used to beat myself up over a blanket. I mean, it's funny. It's funny. It's funny. It's like laughing at yourself that you used to get scared of the boogeyman under the bed until you really figured out there's no boogeyman, but yet you've been beating yourself up for 10 years because you could swear that there's a boogeyman. There's no boogeyman. There's nothing to worry about. Laugh it off. Get that high vibration. We're just fucking humans trying to figure this out. So that's what I think, my friends, when it comes to the emotional backpack. I talk about this all the time with people, and I can be honest that since starting this show, a lot of people, I'm going to do an OB pause. I'm right by the airport. I've had a lot of people, as I was saying, reaching out to me because of this show, and I am more than happy to help you. If you want me to answer some basic questions, if you want to sign up for the 6-month complete immersion program or the 3-monther, kind of a quick dip your toe in it, I'm here for you because I can talk about it all day, and I'm more than happy to share the information that I've studied, learned, and applied. Help me, it could help you. It's a lot of talking, so I think it might be time for a commercial. What are we doing, babe?
The Bark.
Let's hear from our sponsor, Bark.
Between my video games, Uber Eats, and all my sodas, I'm never leaving the house. I know I gotta get outside more, but I don't know how.
I remember those days, being a wimp, not getting outside, but I got the answer for you. Introducing 100% real bark when you need the outside in you.
Bark? What's that gonna do for me here at the desk? I mean, how does that work? What do you mean?
natural 100% bark, earth-grown from day one. Simply ground down your bark, or how I like to do it, place a little bit of the outside inside of you for a little Mother Nature cure. Now I could sell this to you for $39.99 a month, or you could simply go outside. No shipping and handling there.
This used to be me so many years ago. Sitting around, depressed, just playing with my cat, my remote controls, and drinking beer.
Man, after doing the bark, I get outside, it's awesome. Boom.
You mean I can just go outside and get nature for free?
So what's it gonna be? You're gonna get it yourself, or am I sending it to you? Because I got playground grass for free for all first-time buyers.
What do you mean go outside on my own? I know the bark is out there. I'll get a sunburn. Oh my God, that's not what I want to do. Sign me up for the $39.95 a month.
How was that? 100% natural bark. Who knew that if you just got up off your ass and went outside every once in a while, that sunlight, nature is just waiting there for you? Or you could just sit at your desk. I got this new program. I'll send the nature directly to you. All right, let's get to some questions here. All right. One person asked me if meditation was kind of all it was cracked up to be. And I had to emphatically say yes. But not because you're sitting there being calm, but because of what it does to you. So I just really want to explain why I think meditation is so important for you as a person. When you work with me, one of the things I'm always telling you is that we, the person who lives in this body, by moving the body, is affected by what goes into the body. Just like a driver in a car is affected by a flat tire, my body is affected by the wrong foods. So, this body also has a computer in its head that controls the body, that somehow I live in there as well. Currently, what is going on, I believe, is that we have this supercomputer that is doing nothing. You know, it's watching television, it's doing some very basic living stuff, and it is made to do so much more. Almost like a puppy. A puppy has so much energy. It'll run around the house, chew on the carpet, tear your shoes up, pee, everything. A puppy just gets so excited. That's kind of like what's going on with your brain. Your brain is like that puppy. It's running around the house. It's causing calamity. It's humping your neighbor. It's chewing at the dining room table, barking. And you, the person inside of that mind, is dealing with it. So meditation isn't just sitting there and being calm. It is training your puppy how to act. It's training your puppy when and where to react, how to go about the day. It's not allowing it to run into the street. You're teaching it to be calm. So it's not about sitting there and keeping your mind void of thoughts and sitting in a fucking uncomfortable cross-legged position as if you're torturing yourself like you're Jesus on the cross or something. Like, I just got to be calm. I just got to be calm. Why the fuck aren't I calm? That's not it. That's torture. That is not meditation in my world. Meditation in my world, and what I try to teach people, is it's training your puppy. It's training your puppy not to react at the cat that's across the street and bolting out into the street, almost getting hit by a car. It's learning to sit, and it's learning to tell your mind how to stop thinking, to control it from all the chatter, to help it focus on projects or your to-do list, or just simply sitting there and shutting up and being 100% quiet and calm so that you can go out in your day without it jumping on the couch and running over here. That's what meditation brings, is just that calmness, so that when you're sitting in traffic, your mind isn't thinking about 1,000 things at once. So that when a situation arises that's difficult, your brain isn't going to Captain Catastrophe and, turning a stoplight into a 6-car pile up 4 cars ahead of you, so that you can be quiet with yourself and peaceful with yourself. This is where meditation takes you. The step above that, when you reach that calm and quiet position, is that now you can get in tune, with whatever power you feel is out there, whatever thing you're connected to. That meditation brings you closer, because once the calamity stops in your mind, and you're able to sit, you're able to listen, and you're able to be present, as everybody and every meme is telling you to do, then you get to hear the glory, which is dope. That's my favorite part. That's when your heart seems to make a connection with your mind, and those two start working together to bring you forward to prosperity, to bring you forward towards love, to bring you forward towards the song that is trying to sing from your heart. Versus sitting in traffic and wondering, why the fuck that car in front of me isn't moving? The light is green! And all of a sudden a pedestrian walks out into the street and you're like, oh, I'm an asshole. We got to tone it down. We got to turn the volume down. I know we love so much bass in this world, but we kicking it too much. So, I do get a kick out of meditation. I think it's basic. Some basic rules. You can sit where you want. Stand up straight. Don't fall asleep. If you're trying to meditate and you do start to fall asleep, come out of the meditation. You have to. Or you're training your mind to sleep during meditation, and that's not what you want. You want to create a time where you are working on focusing your mind. And just like that puppy, it's going to pull on its leash and try to do anything and everything it can to not listen to you and stay the puppy. But hey, Peter Pan, it's time to grow up. Got to deal with your brain. You got to move forward. So we sit, we try to be calm. We breathe from our belly to our head. You can try a 6 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hold for 2 seconds. 1, 2, and then it's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2 or 3 seconds. Set an alarm. Start with 10 minutes of just doing that. If your mind starts to wander, just focus it back. I'm meditating. Stand still and just go right back to your count. You do that a couple times a week, 2, 3 times a week. It's a good base, and it'll help you move forward in any meditation practice you want to go to. Do yourself a favor. Don't investigate certain types of meditation until you get your baseline meditation. It's very simple. Doesn't require an app. It doesn't require a book or anything like that. Again, you are hardwired to do it. Your mind will just handle it. All right? Which leads me into my second question, which is, how do I stay so happy? I know, people. You see me on the Instagram and you're like, that guy is a happy SOB. Which is true. I am. I feel like I resonate at a high level of joy and happiness. I fight. I battle not to come down to the low stuff, the jealousy, the envy, the disrespect. I try to stay up here. But let me tell you, my friends, there are days when I can spew fire from my eyeballs and hatred from my mouth. Oh, I know. I tell you to be calm, brother, and keep your meditation here. And don't you know how to just step back and be gracious for your itchy dog and your beautiful everything. Why, girlfriend, and the beautiful beaches that I'm only a mile from. Oh, friends, wouldn't it be beautiful if everything was a chocolate sundae with the cherry ever put so top? But that's not the way it fucking is. Some days I lose my cool and I have my checks and balances, like, okay, Adrian, chill out. I'm gonna go for a run. Then run's not stopping it. Woo, the fire's on hot. So it's do a little meditation. Woo, meditation isn't stopping it back. This is a fucking California fire. The pita in me has broke loose. I get mad like that. You wouldn't believe it. But you want to run from the hills. I'll just get angry. And it affects the whole room. Like a radio, I'm emitting anger. And just, and I see them affect the whole room. So my last line of defense, because I used to be like a lot of us. Somebody would ask me a question and I would just spew at them, tear at them. What did you say? I would try to engage, maybe get a little buzzed up at the bar, see if I can bump a shoulder or two just to get that anger out. But can't be doing that, man. You can't be acting like that. So what do? I just clam up. I just clam up. And I will be expressive about it. Hey, I'll just tell people straight up, hey, I don't want you to take this personal, but I am not in a good mood today. I'm just not. And instead of me trying to figure out how not to get this out of my face, I'm going to need some space today. Just some simple space. Don't take it personal, but it's just one of them days where I gotta be on my own. I don't know. Maybe as a guy, I go through little moon cycles myself, and I just get grumpy, and I'll get so fired up and enraged, and I'm just like anybody else, just like any other human out there, shit pisses me off. I have a lot of checks and balances, a lot of just smile my way through it, but sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes that kettle gets too hot, and it's just a whistling in the kitchen on high, and there's nothing you can do about it. So I just tell people that's where it is, and then I turn inward, start to reflect, constantly just remind myself, because then the thoughts come at you, of course. This son of a gun's trying to get me, or this stuff is going on, or that stuff is going on, and that's the battle of keeping all of those thoughts. Those are not true. No one's trying to get me. That person is not doing that on purpose. This is not God trying to punish me. No. It's, I just turn inward, and all of that clamming up is me keeping all of the voices at bay. Because that anger, this body, it's crazy here. It's crazy here. You get so heated. I've learned that the sooner I do that, the turning in, the telling people I'm angry, because it means it's just something internally is going on with me. The sooner I can get back to being happy, sooner I can kick back and go on a walk on the beach. I got an app. I'll just put a beach scene on my big screen, stare at it, tell myself everything's going to be fine so that I can hurry up and get back to being happy. Because I would much rather focus on happy stuff. I would much rather be in a happy place than sitting down there in the lower levels of envy and jealousy and deceit. Yeah, motherfucker. I am not in. I'm a choo-choo train. Who could? Itsy bitsy spider? Damn right. I'll get right back up on that water spout. Right back up to that sunshine. All right. What's our time here? Oh, man, I am doing this really good. All right, let's go. We got one more sponsor here. One of my favorite locations. It's our little commercial break here. We're trying, folks.
Yeah, man. I think it's time for me to, get out there again. I need a new haircut.
Welcome to Goodbye's Barbershop. Dang, you need a high fade, sir. Come on, have a seat.
Don't worry, brother. You know what you need? A high fade to make you hit the high notes for the ladies. The high guarantee. The high fade. Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Yeah. Calm down, brother. We're just gonna give you the clippers now. You ready?
Do it. Hit me.
Here it comes.
Now that's a high and tight.
Get ready for your high and low. You ready?
Goodbye's barber gave me the high and tight. Get yours today.
A little shout out to my brother. He's the best brother in the world. One of the best. It's my favorite youngest brother. I got an older brother too, so that makes him my favorite older brother. But you got to keep the love all the way around. My friends, in closing, thanks so much for watching. Hope to see you next week. You want to contact me directly, DM me through Instagram. Go to my Facebook page, Remember-Adrian. You want to see this again, go to YouTube, Remember-Adrian. Guys, get into yourself. Attack all of these emotional nuggets that keep us down, because once you get rid of them, life becomes a lot clearer. You spend a lot less time thinking about the bullshit that's dragging you down and a lot more time on opportunity, on things that could be happening, on the person that you could be. It's like, got a lot of anchors holding us down, and we're meant to fly. If this isn't something something you've been trying to do on your own, you call me, and I'll make that happen for you. All right, my friends, remember Adrian all the time. See you next Tuesday.